What's up? We're doing a live watercolor today. Usually I take a pretty long time on these watercolor paintings. The last one I recorded was almost 2 hours for 2 paintings, which was pretty long. So I chose Frankenstein because he's kind of got like a face with a lot of shadows. Right now I'm just mapping out his dark areas with yellow. Yellow's probably gonna be the lightest color here, and then I got right now I have like a purple and a warmer purple as the secondary colors, but I think we'll see how that goes. I just like pre-mix them, which is something I don't usually do. So I think I'm pretty much done with yellow for right now. I have little I got little like drawings indicating like where the lighter shadows are, but I'm gonna ignore it for now and move to, yeah, I think this is the color I have right now, like this grayish purple. So we're just gonna move the back a little bit and darken it up, I guess. Yeah, usually for the time lapses, whenever I'm mixing colors on the side, like you don't really notice it because it's gone so fast. But I think the more I've started to paint, especially since the quarantine, I've started to paint way more, and I've been noticing how much time I spent mixing colors. It's crazy. So now I got this like darker warm purple color. I think I don't know, because usually whenever I go with a really saturated color, I try to not saturate the brush too much, because then it's hard to like cover it up if you don't like it or whatever. But yeah, I chose Frankenstein because he's got like a lot of contrast on his face. Like in specific, the original Frankenstein photos. If you look at Frankenstein, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's just like the first couple black and white photos on Google. So right here I have like a lighter shadow, which I think I'm gonna wait until we go to another layer of this color or a similar color. Also the background, like as you'll see, like I'm not really caring if I go off the lines too much, because I'll probably do something for the background. Then he had, yeah, here around here he has like a gradient, so I just like tone this in a little bit. And I mean, I was thinking today about like this sketchbook. It's more like a practice sketchbook. Like I don't know if I'll do a sketchbook tour of this, but you'll see like a lot of my pieces here are kind of in the center, like there's not really any composition, because it's more for, I guess, practice. Like my regular sketchbook doesn't really take watercolor that well. I think if you're gonna do watercolor like more seriously, you should get like a thicker paper, but the bigger the sketchbook, the more expensive I guess it is. And also, like, I think it's kind of a waste just drawing with marker or pen on watercolor paper, so I just have to. Alright, so I made like a navy blue version of this color. It doesn't really show it that much actually. Yeah, whenever I put too much color down, sometimes I'll use my fingers or here. Now I have to be a little careful because I don't want to mess up that like his little eyelids. In the beginning you can kind of like be really loose I mean, I can still be loose right now, but just in this area in particular. And his nose has like some little light spots in there, so I think I'm just gonna leave them, or maybe not make the nose too dark. So I'm thinking now what about the color scheme. Right now it's like a complementary thing. I think it's a tertiary color scheme because this is more like this is more of like a violet, like a warmer purple, warmer violet. So right now we're at the 5-minute mark, which I think is fine, I guess. So right here, I think I'm gonna have to go in with a smaller brush for this area here, so I'm just gonna leave it alone. He has some spots here. I'm just gonna dilute the paint a little bit. That's too light. He has some spots here that are darker, which I'm gonna start painting right now. Then he has these. Also, another thing I've been noticing since I started doing a lot of watercolor, like the watercolor is kind of different than acrylic and oil because there's only a certain amount of strokes. There's only so many strokes you can do in a painting if you're gonna do it the way I'm doing it here. Like there's different like painting styles, I guess, but I don't know if you look at my last video, the watercolor one, you'll see that there's some areas that get a little fuzzy looking, which, I mean, if that's what you're going for, then that's good, but I think it kind of like messes up the texture that you can get with like the different strokes on top. Like it looks like a layer, like a kind of like Photoshop when you put layers in, but when you put too many strokes on top, it just kind of like gets mushed together and like you lose the strokes. I'm gonna put some more yellow here. The easy thing about this color scheme we're using is that yellow and purple are complementary, so if I want to mute it and make one color like the other, I can just mix more purple into yellow or more yellow into purple. So I just got this line. This brush is it's a big brush, but you can get like thin lines, I guess you can say, with like the edge of it. Don't want to put yellow there. So here we have some really gray spots, even though I haven't painted them yet. Anything that's Frankenstein's skin, I'm cool with putting yellow in, but if it's his shirt or his jacket or whatever, then I don't really want to put yellow on it. So the chin is kind of underdeveloped right now, so we should probably put some like attention to it. So instead of putting purple to the yellow, I'm putting more of like this violet color. This like I don't know. Some people call purple violet, which I think violet's the correct way of saying it. Violet to me is like more like red, like pinkish. So this area in the chin, he has. I don't know if you guys can see the under drawing. I have these little lines here. He has like little spots here. But yeah, I've been noticing like a lot of watercolor is like simplifying what I said about the strokes. Like in my opinion, like too many strokes can kind of mess up the painting. And also, there was a while where I didn't do any watercolor at all, and I was kind of having a tough time. And then I started realizing like the amount of like water on your brush is a big factor, especially with different kinds of paper. Like this paper is it's a heavy paper, but it absorbs water really fast. Like right here, I can move with my finger, but that's pretty much it. It's done after that. So right here, I don't know how I feel about this brown color. I think you can kind of stack up the, like in the picture, his hair is completely black because it's like a black and white picture. So that's a high contrast photo. See, this is what I'm talking about. I think I overloaded this area, but whatever. It's not really the focus, so we're okay. Okay, he kind of looks like he has a really small, like he has a big head and neck and like a small body with this, but we'll fix that later. I mean, I don't really mind this brown color. We can go over it with yellow or something. Alright, and then right here, he has like this scar. Frankenstein has this scar, which it's kind of a tough texture to bring. It's like a burn scar. So I think this area right here, we're gonna kind of leave it alone for right now because it's mostly all white in the picture. Also, the reference is good to follow, but you don't have to always like copy the same, like I don't know. It's difficult to make the painting identical to the reference. Like that's a tough thing to do, but sometimes it's cool to like branch off intentionally. Like maybe I want Frankenstein to, I don't know, have like a bigger forehead or like his eyes bigger. I don't know. That's more of like the drawing part though, but I guess you can change that stuff with the painting too. So he has this little line up here. I don't know if I should put it in if it's too small of a detail, but with the contrast, like sometimes in more realistic photos, I've been noticing that see, I don't have enough water. I've been noticing that there's like a thin line between black and white, like a gray line, I guess. I think we might put some, right now I'm mixing some green and blue, but I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna mute this blue and then we're gonna put it in. So Frankenstein has this weird, or the monster Frankenstein. I don't know why I always say Frankenstein. Frankenstein's monster. But I guess we can call him Frankenstein just for like not having to say that over and over. He kind of has like this bumpy chin. So it's cool like if it's not a perfect straight line, you know? That's why I kind of like drawing monsters, because like these, not necessarily, yeah, monsters, like animals in specific compared to robots and vehicles and stuff, because there can be imperfections like that in your hand, like maybe you mess up like whatever, you know, and it's fine because it's like an organic thing, you know. With the vehicles, like, oh no, it doesn't look like that, or I don't know. I'm not sure how I'm feeling this blue color. We can always go over it with another color, but I think in a second I might be going to switch over to my thinner brush. Yeah, here I'm starting to overload it big time, so we should probably be careful with that. One of his ears is gone. Actually, I gotta be careful and like not destroy it completely. It's still there, but we'll pull it out later. Yeah, I'm kind of doing this should have been a two thing, like a 2-layer kind of thing for the shadows. Like when we're gonna switch to a smaller brush. When I did the yellow, I should have done a really strong layer of whatever color, purple or blue or whatever, for the shadows. Because now it kind of looks like I just went over it, and like what I was talking about, like you want to limit the amount of strokes. I mean, you don't have to, like you do whatever like kind of painting you want, but I just think that seeing like, I think that's one of the cool things about watercolor. Like, yeah, watercolor doesn't have texture like oil and acrylic could have, but you can kind of see like the history of all the strokes that the painter did. And also another reason why I like watercolor better is because you can kind of take you can take like a super long time to finish a painting, or sometimes one painting will be better than the other because you spent more time on it. But with watercolor, it's more like it's a one-shot kind of thing. Like if you mess up or if it doesn't come out good, then you can just practice with another one, Alright, so here I'm mixing some color. Again, I think I should start putting more color into the sides of the face because the value's kind of light there. I think what I'm gonna do is start going around this area here and his neck. Oh dude, I gotta give him a thicker neck. And then hit the shadows again. So maybe with the yellow. See, that's kind of light, even though it's like you can notice it's not really strong enough going over blue or whatever that color was, purple. So here we kind of have we need more pigment on that. Yeah, pretty much all of this is gray. Yeah, we got a great color right here. Let's clean the brush. Maybe I should speed up. I might speed up the parts that I'm just mixing to make the video a little shorter. That might be a good idea. Or just like edit them out. Yeah, so here, there's something that kind of happens to me a lot is I get to a point where maybe I'm trying to mix a color and I can't find like the right, not the right value, like maybe the right amount of paint. Like the right amount of like pigment to water ratio. I guess that's one thing that is only a watercolor thing, like you controlling how much water you have in your brush and compared to the pigment. Because yeah, like you can another paints, mediums, you can use white to make your color lighter. But for watercolor, what you can do is you can just dilute it with water, but that makes the amount of pigment, like instead of going from dark green to light, or from green to light green, yeah, like the green's gonna be lighter, but you need here I have a really yellow color. I don't know if this is the right. Yeah, that's fine. What was I saying about the pigment thing? Alright, yeah, let's start doing that. I think we made the eyelashes, what do you call those things? Eyelids. The eyelids way too small. but it's cool. Now he kind of looks like he's sleeping. In the picture, he has like his eyes open, like his pupils right there. But what was I saying? Yeah, like you have a weaker pigment, even though it's a lighter green, what you want. I don't really use white that much, which is maybe like what I'm missing using white. Because whenever I want a lighter color, I use more water. Maybe that's why my paintings come out so like diluted when it comes to like all the amount of strokes I have to use. And also, I'm using this. I use the quill brush for a long time. Like I recently got these brushes, these like square brushes, and I noticed that one of the painters I like, one of my favorite watercolor painters, is this guy by the name of Juan Ramirez. No, Juan Ramirez. Juan Ruiz is his name, yeah. And he does this stuff where he blocks out little areas and then he watercolors them, but he does it in like a way where he mixes wet on wet painting with the little fragments of space that he puts. So he has areas where there's like dry on dry, what I just did there, and then wet on wet where like the color mixes with other colors, like it's kind of like a gradient, which I'm not sure how he does that. It comes out really good. We're at the 21-minute mark. If I end up not editing the mixing parts out. So here we got some orange. I think instead of doing orange, I might mute the yellow a little bit. Here's like a red color. I guess when you mute this really, I'm using a mix of to get my purple, I'm using a mix of the bright purple I have. There's like this reddish purple and navy blue. And then I put green in there sometimes, I guess. See, I think I'm overloading this spot a little too much. Yeah, here Frankenstein had, I think maybe I'm not going for that much of a detail thing where the nostrils are, but yeah, like more information down there that I lost. Alright, so right here he has like this big dip. I think we're gonna stop here. We're not gonna do this spot because I want to get a darker color up there. And right here, I'm gonna finish up these little like, he has like these little bolts. They're not bolts, they're like wires that like shut his head on top. So I think we might go back with a darker color when we do this spot. So his chin. Also another thing is that I've been trying to like mix more. Like I didn't do it here, but I did like 7 strokes, 8 strokes in a row without mixing. It's cool to have like a mixture of colors, not too much. Like it's kind of like pixel art or digital art or any kind of art, I guess. When you're doing like a character design, like you don't want like rainbow, like a rainbow color scheme, you know. You want to like keep it simple, I guess. But mixing in the way that there's different like variants of like the main colors you're doing, like more muted, like a little more vibrant, I guess. I don't know if that's the right word for it. More saturated, yeah, more saturated. So here I have like this really gray color, which I'm gonna use to mix to make this chin. That's too late. So yeah, I'm gonna mix this color. I think I should go for a more yellow color. Alright, so we kind of got a really warm yellow color, which it shouldn't be bad because we already have like a brown down there. Yeah. See, like that stroke would have been like strokes like that are what I want more of, you know, because I mean, especially in this painting, I guess maybe it might take a while to like get used to it, to like learn how to do it the way I'm saying, but for me to learn. But I've been using too many little low pigment strokes, which is when you have too much water. So I should probably start like color mixing a little better, like with stronger amounts of pigment. And also some colors have more pigment in them, so I should probably start writing down which are like the strongest pigments. Like the block that this watercolor set have isn't really that strong, so so usually like I mix my own block. I use blue, like navy blue, like violet red, and green, I think. I don't know, for a really long time in this watercolor set I didn't really use any colors besides only a couple of them, like green, like yellow. Like this thing comes with 5 yellows if you want to count yellow ochre as one of them. And it's way, I don't know, yeah, and I didn't use any of them, so maybe that's why like I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Alright, I think I'm using a kind of a similar color than the one I just did, but it's fine. See, there's a little too much water on this brush. So I think I'm gonna try to keep this area light. This area I'm gonna start putting some more color in. So I think I'm gonna do like a darker blue, like a cool blue. But I don't really want it to mix with his hair. That's fine. So he's got like this dip here that I painted, but I guess it wasn't saturated enough. Also, another thing that helps is like knowing like the facial anatomy a little bit. I don't know if anatomy is the right word for it, like the how your face is, like your muscles, like how different, kind of like his skull, like how the skin goes over his skull. Like that's why I mean obviously this is like a costume that the guy's wearing, but they put it over his face, you know. I guess I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Yeah, I think I really gotta work more on the eyes, dude. I think eyes are like my weakness right now, because I mean with Frankenstein in this case, you don't really have to worry about getting his eyes perfect. Like they're kind of wonky in the actual picture anyway. Like he's like a monster and stuff. When you draw like people though, like the eyes are like a big deal breaker. Like if you get them wrong. I mean, not if you get them wrong. Like yeah, getting them in like the right position, but also like the emotions, like the eyes are like kind of like what makes the drawing come to life. I guess that's what like a lot of this one guy. I think the first time I heard that was from this mangaka that drew a Vagabond. His name's Takahiko Inoue, I think. And he was saying that like once he draws the eyes, the drawing like comes alive, which is true. Like he was saying, you can kind of see the expression if you drew the eyes right, just by looking at the eyes. So I don't know. I think I might just have to draw a lot of eyes, like a whole page full of them or something. Because I mean, you're drawing your nose and your lips, and like there's room for error. Because I mean, there's symmetry in your nose and your eyes and your lips if like you're doing a front facing pose, but for your eyes, like they're separate, you feel me? So, I don't know. And also, I think the pupils, getting your pupils to not look cross-eyed can be difficult sometimes. Usually I do both. Like I draw both eyes and I see one pupil's bigger, so I try to make the other one a little bigger. And I go back to the other one because I made that one too big, and I have like really big pupils. Alright, so I think I'm gonna be going in here with maybe like some yellow, like some dark yellow, like I did for the chin. I don't really know how I feel about this though, because it kind of took away from the contrast. Alright, so right here on the nose, I'm gonna go in with a dark color right now. Probably navy blue, or like a cooler navy blue, like similar to this color. And I'm gonna like outline this shape to make it a little more refined. And we're gonna go in here, alright, with a different color real quick. Yeah, there, like, I barely have any paint on the brush, so sometimes you just have to like wipe your brush out and then mix any color, because there's maybe you have a color in your palette, but you need more or whatever, so you just add water, but that doesn't really make more of the color, just like dilutes it, you feel me? Even though you have more water, like you're losing the amount of pigment you put in. Alright, so I think this color should be fine, yeah. He's got like these eyelashes, but man, he really looks like he's fucking sleeping, bro. I think I should come in here. There kind of looks like his eye. I have to put an eyelid here though, to make his pupil like that thing right there. Alright, that's cool, whatever. Okay, there you go, that's a good stroke right there. I guess over time I'll get better at like learning, alright, it's time to take a new, like to remix a color, or it's time to do this, like little cues whenever I see stuff. See right here, that's a cue to you don't have enough pigment. Alright, so I think I gotta make these little stitches up here a little more visible. And right now I'm gonna mix a dark color to fix his jacket and his shadow on the neck. It has these little bolts here. I don't know if I'm gonna color them or maybe do like a little light wash on the background to like make them stand out. Because I mean, I don't know if you can see them too good. Oh yeah, look, that was not a good color. We can just mute it though with orange or yellow. And when it's too vibrant, I mean, it depends on what you're doing, obviously, but here, like for this painting, at least, like too vibrant of a color with all these other, like, toned down colors is not a good thing here. So I gotta make this actually way bigger. He's got a way bigger, like, shadow down here. And he has, like, a little dip, and then his Adam's apple comes up, and then another little dip. But you see, like, that's the thing with watercolor. Like, watercolor doesn't lie, you feel me? Like, you just saw right there. I'm trying to cover it up, but you just saw, like, that I just, like, fixed the thing, you know, with acrylic, or you can have an entirely different painting on the bottom, and nobody would know, because you can just cover it up with a couple layers of whatever, and it's gone. Alright, so I gotta be a little quicker with this bottom part. It's not really that important. That's one of my problems, and I catch it, but only after I, you know, spent however much time doing it. Like, sometimes you just gotta be a little more sloppy with it, because it's gonna be covered up. I don't know if this is the right color for the background. I should probably be using the big brush for this. So just be careful around here. See, it doesn't really matter what color, because as long as it's like I mean, if it's muted, you can just take another color and put it on top, and it'll be like an easy fix. See, I guess this is when being a really good color mixer would come in handy. I didn't have enough color of this left. See, this one's a little more blue, which doesn't really matter. We're gonna put another color on top of it anyway. Just take this out really quick. Yeah, that would be really handy. I don't know, it's kind of like a crime not to put that little thing there. Like, it's kind of like one of Frankenstein's, like it's like one of his traits, I guess, like his design things. Like, he's got little bolts. See, like, it's pretty much already dry. I can already put it back. Might not stick because it's wet though. Alright, alright, so we're gonna touch up the face a little bit, we're gonna touch up the face, do those little bolts, those little like metal things on top, and then retouch all the blocks, and we're done. We're at about 40 minutes if I don't edit the video. So this is the real time, I guess you can say. Alright, so now we got red. I don't know if I should use red, dude. Guess we can put it in like more muted colors, more muted areas. I don't know if that was the right choice. His ear's gone, dude. I can't believe it. We lost the ear. No. That sucks. So maybe it might be a good idea to like make that whole side, like bump it up a little bit. I don't really want to overdo it with the blue. Alright, hold up. Let's try some green, bro. See, this is kind of staying on one side of the color. See, like now we're losing it. We're losing the strokes. But I think green might not look too bad here. guess. Don't want to do everything green. Alright, so now that we have this dark green color, let's take advantage actually. I kind of lost, there it is. Where? Let's take advantage and do like a little. Alright, so we kind of slept on our facial black spots, which is cool. We'll just touch them up right now. But now we can use that opportunity to fill it in with more green. The blue over the green over the blue doesn't look bad, so we can just put it in. I kind of forgot how I made that green, so we'll just have to like figure it out. Usually, like just putting green into blue will make it green. But alright, here we go. We got it. This is kind of like an aqua color, but the blue should kind of mute it. So this is one of the things I was deciding if I wanted to do this like this thing where I'm kind of doing it right now, where green's like a way more pigmented color than anything we have here, like in terms of with the saturation. Like this green's way more like vibrant than any of the grayish, and I guess with the exception of the yellow, but I was thinking like if you put a saturated color, like a dark saturated color, it'll act as like a dark color. Like if I put a really saturated orange, like it will be obviously the darkest color. That's more like a digital art thing. Like I don't know where I saw that from. I think it was like a screen, not a screen print, like kind of a screen printy looking design, where I think Ashley Wood did it actually. He made like his black pink or something like that, and I mean it worked because pink was like a way. He only had, I think he had white and gray as his other colors, and like the pink would act as the black, which it worked because the pink was like the strongest, was like a strong color compared to white and gray. So I was thinking if that could work here on watercolor. I saw a painter, I forgot what his name was. His name was Nicholas something. I'll link his Instagram. I'll put his Instagram in the description. But he did, if you scroll down, I hope he did like this. It was like this challenge thing that he did. I don't know if he was challenging other people to do it or himself, but I have to go back and look at that post. He did like these crazy values. Like it looked like he would, like it looked like a computer would make like that shit up. Like he used like really pigmented green and red and like a regular, like a normally like muted painting with browns and grays. I don't know. But he has a YouTube channel actually. I'll just link the YouTube channel. He does like live oil paintings and stuff. Yeah, here I'm getting a little dangerous. I shouldn't have done that, but we can cover it up though. The green should only exist in this painting if it's over blue or purple. So I think we got Got this yellow color. I'm actually not gonna switch to the big brush. I'm gonna continue with this small brush. The big brush is good to like map out or quickly do the underpainting and stuff, but sometimes when like the strokes on the big brush are kind of big for this stage, like large. I don't know what that means, but I just think the smaller brush is a better fit. Yeah, here not enough pigment. That's weird, man. I put a lot of pigment. I don't know. I think it's because I mixed the color with the big brush and I switched to the little brush, so that's probably why the big brush stole all the pigment, all the color away. Alright, here we go. So we got a couple lines, these. We're gonna fix these up. We should be finishing within the next 10 minutes. If you're watching this and there's still 10 minutes left, I failed. But, you know, whatever. It's still kind of, okay, here, kind of messed up. I think I messed up the reference. This part should have been dark, which is fine. We'll just cover both parts and make these two parts a little darker. So this needs more. This is good how it is, except for it. Can do that. I think I might be giving this guy a little too much light down here. That's fine. This needs a little more. Okay, that's good. I mean, I like the ending of the painting, but I don't know, the ending's kind of like, you know, you start the painting and, you know, like there's a bunch of possibilities, like, oh, how could it turn out? Like, it's not that it's turning out bad or anything, but you're kind of like, all right, we gotta finish. And like, I guess the endings are more like hard work, I guess. I mean, not really. It's not really hard work, actually. I don't know. I guess the beginning's like more fun and stuff, like more freeing. I guess you can say you can kind of do whatever you want, but the ending, like, you got not rules, but you already have everything set up for you, you know. So you should like finish what you started in the beginning, I guess. I don't know if that makes sense. Alright, that was risky. So I'm gonna go in with this brush. Doesn't have water. This brush, I don't really use it except for like a correction. Like, that's not really a big correction, but we didn't really have to do anything to that, but you can just fix it like that. It's raining outside. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Alright, we're done. We're done with this head up here for now, at least. We should, whatever, dude. This is done for now. We gotta focus on this stuff. We're almost done with them, actually. I like this blue thing that we did there. I think we should, we're gonna take this yellow color we have. We're gonna add some red to it. Let me know if you guys wanna, I can try to do like a different setup where you guys see me mixing at the same time. I guess I can do it here. Yeah, that works. Yeah, we gotta add some more red to it. See, but I don't know if this is enough, you know? Because I got too much water. I can always take the water out, like with I got like a little rag. It's not a rag, it's like a paper towel. See, like not enough water. So we just gotta put more pigment. It's too red, put some yellow in there. A little too yellow, but like mute it with purple. A little too orange maybe, put some blue. Take this blue we already have, put it here. Okay, so this still looks really light though. Alright, right here is a really dark spot. Here he has an eye thing, like a little eye bag. You haven't been putting that. See, that was like a triple stroke there that I didn't, it shows, which is weird. Here, he has a pink thing, which I like, but I think it's too late in the painting. Maybe we can touch up the bottom with that pink thing. Here we can do that again. See, like this is a sweet spot right here, with when it comes to like the color, the amount of water in your brush. I hope the rain doesn't sound too loud on camera. We can kind of touch this stuff up. We can do this. He has these big eye bags, which they have individual lines, but if we do, that should be fine. I was putting a little too much detail because, I don't know, maybe it's okay if we put detail because these are the eyes, I guess. Like you want to kind of focus on them. I got a dark color. Let's just fix up these little like metal things. One more on this side. Probably like a darker thing. That's what I like about these short brushes. You can just kind of tap it and it gives you a line, even though there's not enough water there. But I don't really want to like risk losing pigment. All right, I think we're almost done here. This part's got to be darker. We're gonna do a little more here, and we're gonna call it. And we killed his ear, dude. I hate that. Sucks. We lost his ear. It's all the way over here. We might actually do like a darker background and like pull it out. Alright, we need an orange color for the bottom. More orange. We keep putting in orange. Actually, let's like mute it a lot. Let's mute it a lot so we can mix it a little. Yeah, that's perfect. So we can see. Here's a color that it's okay to put a lot of water because you don't want it to be. Yeah, never mind. You want more water. Put blue though. Won't be bad. Yeah, that's not bad. But again, maybe it's a little weird since, see, we're playing with fire here because there's too many colors now. We're starting to get to that. Maybe here it's fine because they can kind of mix into the dark below it. Alright, right there in that spot, we're gonna way too much purple. Right there in that spot, we're gonna put a big dark area. So this part's kind of over painted already, so gotta be careful with how much we put in there. Uh-oh. Alright. It's got a part down here. He's got something up there. Got like a little shadow or something. Maybe I should maybe I can like print a picture and put it next to the screen. Or maybe it's better if like there's no reference. I don't know. Let me know if it would be a good idea, like put a picture or something. so you guys can see what I'm painting. Alright, we're donesies with this shit. This bottom part. We're done with the chin. The eyelids, dude, the eyelids, I think we flopped big time, but whatever. I think it was a drawing thing. Or maybe with the initial, like, I think it was a drawing thing, yeah. Whatever. Been doing this thing. I think I did it a couple times in my sketchbook where I put stripes with paint, like with the layers of paint. I show stripes on people's faces and looks good, I guess. See, this is the part where we would need a little bit of water only because it's like a white spot, you feel me? I don't know if that even shows. Whatever. So, I think we're done with this area. What do we need? The background. Let's just do like a really gray background. Yeah, I think that would be probably the best option. I think black would be like straight black, or maybe this brown. Yeah, brown. Alright, there's gonna be a lot of water here, and we'll leave his little, oh dude, we should really paint these things. Okay, the ear, we can kind of show that there was an ear there, or there should have been. Maybe by doing that. Maybe that might make it worse. I don't know. Sometimes it's cool just to have texture, like even if the brush is like that. I think I failed the 10-minute thing, but whatever. Alright, weird. Do that ear. Oh, fuck the ear. That's it. I guess we're done. I don't know how I feel about these things up here. I guess they look fine. Yeah, that's it. We're just gonna... guess we should put a little bit of navy and purple and violet. I think there's a name. Maybe there's a name that I just forgot for this color over here. I don't know. Comment if you know what the hell it is. I don't know. I think this is purple, but people are... this one's purple, but people call it violet. I usually call this one violet. Alright, so... guess we can... that. And I think that made it worse, bro. I think now we have to really commit to it because it kind of mixes in with the background. So we'll just put a lot. Alright, that should be good. Unless it's way too much. Nah, we're good. Perfect. And it kind of has this thing here, but we don't have time for details right now. Alright, that is Dunsies, I think. Alright, so it's pretty much it. I would... yep, that's it. Oops. Whatever, looks fine. Alright, this is the final painting, I guess. It looks fine. I think I should definitely try to make it a point to be a little quicker with the paintings. But you guys asked for a lot of live a lot of live videos, watercolor in specific, so I'd be down to make another one if you guys like it. So that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video.